There were a lot of matches in this first group of EPL this week, and I wanted to go over a couple of pistol round strategies that I thought were interesting. Now, these strategies aren't going to be as in-depth as the usual strat breakdowns that are done on this channel. This is more so just a video to give you guys out there a few different ideas on how to approach your next Inferno pistol round. The first of which is going to be coming from Big. Now, this looks like your typical Halls pop, but there is a slight variation on this one, using an interesting smoke lineup from Searson that I haven't seen before. Smoking off the cart is not necessarily something that never happens, but I've never seen it done from this particular position. I'll go ahead and pause for a second just so you can see the lineup. He's wedged himself all the way in the back left corner of this area and gives it a running jump throw when he hits the bottom part of that pole. It's going to land right on the cart, and this gives Big a little bit of leeway to come out of the halls. So in this round, OG goes for a 4 bracket setup, which has actually become a lot more common in the professional scene. So Big are going to get shut down in this round, but had they not run this setup, the strategy probably would have worked out. I wanted to quickly go back to Searson's POV to show the other grenades that he throws in this particular strategy. So first, he throws a flash over Banana to discourage the CTs from pushing down Banana while he works his way up middle. And then it looks like he actually messes up this particular flash as it ends up bouncing off the roof. The flash that I think he meant to throw was this one that I'm about to show you, where you aim at this red rectangle and do a running jump throw. This particular flash lands above the site and blinds anyone who might be looking at the halls when the big players are coming out of the apartments. The last aspect of this strategy that I wanted to show is the entry pathing from Tizian and Tabson. Notice how they strafe out to the left side and clear towards lane first, instead of jumping straight into the pit. Going out this way creates space for the other players coming out of halls. Now, unfortunately, because of OG's mid stack, this gets shut down, but in theory, this is the right thing to do. Next up, we have OG playing against Complexity, and they do what looks like a typical B execute, but there's a little bit of a twist here, as you'll see just in a second. They actually double nade towards the coffins and takes JKS down to less than 20 HP before he even gets a chance to shoot back. After getting flashed into the site by Valde, OG are going to run straight into the site, see that it's empty, and go into construction. I'm not going to say anything about Nico pushing CT spawn. I'm pretty sure he only did that because the CT smoke missed. And if you're wondering where that second smoke went, when Alexi B was trying to throw a CT smoke, Issa jumped up and he actually blocked it, preventing the CT smoke from landing where it was supposed to. Now, showing the lineups for the HE grenades thrown by the OG players. First, we have the one from Alexi B. He's going to get boosted up onto the half wall, line up at the blue wall, and then give that one a walking jump throw. Valde is going to get boosted up onto the half wall as well. He's going to line up at a slightly different part of the blue wall, but similar concept to a walking jump throw. And then Valde is going to go back, throw this typical coffin smoke that I'm sure you've seen 1,000 times, followed by a flash for the B bomb site. The last thing I wanted to mention about this particular pistol round is that in the afterplant, Alexi B and Valde actually double up on Nubox, and this creates a really nice bait setup that allows Valde to get some extra kills that he might not have gotten otherwise, and closes out the round for OG. And then he was able to dance around Nubox and get those last few kills. The third and final pistol round that I'm going to be showing you from FPX is something that I'm not sure whether or not was planned, but I think it's an interesting concept that could be explored further. So early into this round, Farlig is going to get into logs, manages to survive a double nade from Big, and gets this opening kill onto Tabson, giving FPX a 5v4 early on into the round. After the FPX players group up in middle, a few moments later, Sunny is going to throw this smoke towards Moto, and then FPX takes control of arches, and then afterwards they just kind of sit there and wait for the CTs to do something. From Big's perspective, they've lost arches and they haven't seen anyone coming into the A bomb site, so they're under the assumption that FPX are running some sort of arches to B strategy, and because they're at a man disadvantage, they can't really afford to just sit back and wait to see what happens. So they're going to double push into middle, and this is where we have a little bait setup between Stiko in Boiler and Sunny in middle. And Sunny is able to get 2 really quick and easy kills to secure this round for FPX. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this round, it's hard to say whether or not they plan to just take control of arches and hold it from spawn, since they got an early pick into the round. But I think if that was something that you plan to do off of spawn with a slightly different nade set, you could easily bait out some sort of reaction for the CTs and force them into a situation where you can get easy kills and secure the round. Be sure to leave a comment whether or not you enjoyed this style of video and if you want to see more. Otherwise, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm, and I hope to see you all again soon.